Welcome to In the Ring with Alex Taylor. Today I have Benny Broadway on, the leader of Team USA in Argentina. How are you feeling about Argentina?
Man, it was a blessing to be able to go to that. I had a ton of fun. I learned a lot I got to grow on and work on, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to see where this takes us.
Yeah. What was your biggest takeaways from it?
Honestly, how much I've missed Taekwondo and how much I love it, man. It's been fun. Like I said, it was something that I didn't realize I even missed until I came and did it again. And I was like, man, what if I didn't stop, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it was so much fun to get out there and and do it in a team aspect too. Like have us all get together and just train, made some great friendships. I mean, I met other people across the world. It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still talking to those people from England that we met. Yeah. But I think, having that team, all the pictures that we were able to take, those are some of my favorites, having that, just a good team energy.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. How did you feel about fighting there? How do you feel about your fighting style versus theirs?
Different. It's a lot different, man. Taking that break was tough on me. A lot has changed.
Yes.
A lot has changed. But with that being said, I think I'm ready for the next one coming up now. I kind of know, I'm not saying I know them, I don't know their stuff, but I know kind of what they like to do in the sense of what to expect now. Yeah. And because it's changed a lot. It's not like it used to be where we used to do a couple kicks and back up. And, so it kind of gave me something to look forward to and train towards and kind of expect it mentally and physically what it's going to be like. Yeah.
Now, what were the biggest changes?
Man, they're physical. They're a lot more physical than what I remember. Also, I was 15, so maybe I just don't remember how hard I got hit, but now I do. They're physical and their speed. They have a lot of speed.
That was the biggest thing. I wasn't really I can be told that they're fast so many times, but until you're standing in front of them, you just get hit from halfway across the ring out of nowhere. It's just like,
what just happened, man? You got hit. So I feel that for sure. I definitely feel that.
Now, going back, how did you get started in Taekwondo?
Well, so my dad, he opened up a school before I was even born. So I was kind of born into Taekwondo. Yeah. I started when I was 2, actually. So so I was at the school every day of my life from pretty much birth until until I took my break. But I was there. I trained with my dad. I got kicked out of a ton of classes because I could not listen, man. I thought I was a perfect student, but now that I have my own little kid, I tell you what, I was a bad student. But no, so I was there when I was 2. I learned the basics, learned to punch, kick. There's actually a picture of me at a tournament with a bottle in my mouth doing a Little Dragons competition. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to find it, but it's literally, I think I'm doing a knife hand strike, and there's a bottle just hanging out of my mouth doing Little Dragons. But yeah, so I grew up in it. My dad just basically kind of just took me under his wing. I did classes. I started teaching classes. I trained with the adults when I was like 10. He just kind of set me up for everything coming down later in life. Looking back now, like I said, I just wish I would have never stopped. Yeah. That's honest the truth on that one.
Now, I know Pal, whenever I was younger, he'd have me train with the adults and compete with the adults. I mean, when I was 12, I was going in the 21 division in our PAW tournaments. Yeah. How was it being a younger person training with all the older people and all that?
And it was a change. I mean, as you know, you go to spar someone your age, they don't even move the same. Yeah. They don't hit the same. I tell you what, I got knocked down a bunch of times. But you know what? It taught me that, even at a young age, and there's something that really stuck with me. If I can get in there with an older person, older than me at the time, an adult, and they can hit me around and I'm okay. Yeah. What do I have to be scared of? Exactly. When I'm someone my own size, and that did a ton for me because, I've seen people fight scared, and you can't win when you're scared. You can't. So
no. Now you mentioned that you did a few international tournaments, or a few big tournaments, international tournaments before your break. How were those? Or which ones were your favorites growing up?
Honestly, I think my very first one was a red belt. Went to Canada. I was 8. Okay. First time I'd ever seen anything like it, man. We had thousands and thousands of people in there. Yeah. We all walked in with our I thought we were super cool. Our Team USA jackets on, our sweats. Man, they were all like the old style, like windsuits. But I was rocking it. And, you know, went in there and I got to win my first gold medal. I got to stand on a podium. I won double gold in that. I got to see, at that time, my dad was still competing. My mom was still competing. My little brother was a little dragon, but he did a little dragon competition in that. So my whole family got to do it. There's a ton of pictures, videos, and it was the first true, I guess, big tournament where I was like, man, like, look at this. Like, I'm on the podium. Like, that's Olympic stuff, right? Like, I'm on the podium. Like, think about yourself as a kid. Like, all you want to do is stand on that podium right here. Like, so.
Just inspires you to keep going.
It did. It did. And so that was probably my most memorable one. And I think that's actually part of the reason why my favorite pattern to this day is Warring. It just is, man. So Grandmaster Park Jun-tae was at that tournament. I got to meet him. He actually signed one of my boards that I
that's
broke.
Cool.
He signed one of my medals. It was just a really cool experience. And it's something that people say if you weren't there, you just you just missed out on it. You missed it, and that, to me, that was one of those deals. If you weren't there, you missed out on it. You know, so that I always go back to think of that one. I actually have that one framed. I don't have all of them framed, but I have that one framed because it's just that one's that special.
And then being able to do it with your family too is also
yes,
an incredible experience. I bet
that was man. It's. Families who do Taekwondo together is something totally different than families who don't. And it's not for everybody. I'm not saying it's for everyone. I think everyone should try it. But, you know, it's something that we could talk about. It's something we could train together. It's something we could do. You know, without Taekwondo in my life and my family's life, I really don't know who I'd be. It really, it made me who I am. You know? So.
Because, you know, I don't know about you, but a lot of my, best friends in life, I also met through Taekwondo, or even, just oldest friends in general.
Oh, I mean, I 100% agree with that. Man, I got people, when we were in Canada, I met people as 8-year-old that I don't really keep in touch with them now because we were back, that was handwriting, writing letters, man. But man, when we were in Dallas when I was 15, 16, I actually met some Argentinians there. They're not part of the ITF, they're another organization, but I still keep in contact with them. There are some Scottish people I keep in contact with. I got some family in Europe. So when they came down, I got to meet a lot of them, and we got to hang out where they had some Taekwondo people with them. So I got to meet them, and I still stay in contact with them too. So I mean, man, there's so many people that I just get to hang out with, or not really hang out, but talk to, you know, that I would have never met. And so
it's just a wonderful way to make those connections.
It is.
Now, moving from that tournament, how many more did you end up doing?
So I know I did Florida. That was a big one. That was a fun one. That was the first time. Side note: I ever went to Disney World. So you know, that one was that was up there too.
There you go.
You know, if you win, you get to go to Disney. No, I was going to Disney World either way, but they weren't going to tell me that.
There you go. Yeah.
So so we went to Disney World after. That was all fun. But that was another one. I think that one I was around 12. That was another big one. That was my first black belt win. So I got to do Gay Beck in that one.
And winning at black belt for the first time just feels so much different than the color belts.
Yes, that was a big one. Color belt was cool. There was even in the world stage, there was probably 20 of us. But then when I got to that black belt division, there's 50 of us, 60 of us. It was totally different, you know. So getting to do that, and then getting to actually get on the podium again, get to do all, it was just something that I never thought I'd be able to do. Not only did I get to do it back to back, I know those years aren't back to back, but those were the two I went back to back. And get to win, you know, double gold. That was just something that you can only dream of, right? I was very fortunate to get trained. Mr. Powell was actually training me during that time, or maybe he might have been training me in the Dallas or the following one, but I got trained by some awesome people throughout my journey. So without all those people, man, I would have never made it to where I made it for sure.
And it's funny how you more than me, but we're sort of getting into that position to where now we're the people who are getting to train these, you know, newer generations coming up here, you know, especially for these international tournaments.
Man, it's awesome though. It really is awesome, you know, getting to see these other people get to I loved it, and I had an awesome time, and I never understood. Everyone's like, man, I'm so happy for you. Like, I'm more excited to watch you win. And I was like, who's more excited to watch me now? I'm not excited. But now that I get to train students and get to actually have them up there and see them, I'm like, man, I actually am more excited to see you go and get that gold than I am for me to go. Like, that's awesome. I'm glad that they're excited. They're loving their life, you know, getting up there, do all these things that I got to do. Yeah. So I understand exactly what you're talking about.
You know, you sort of get to put that, you know, because they're your students. So like when you see them out there, they're doing the things that you taught them, and it sort of, you know, reinforces the, you know, like your abilities in a way. So then did you go on break after around there?
I went to Florida and I went to Dallas. So after Dallas, I went on break. I actually, funny story, I went to Dallas and I went to the I went to that international tournament. I wasn't going to compete. I wasn't going to do anything. I was like, man, I'm so not competing. I'm not even bringing my uniform.
Oh, no.
I'm not competing. I'm not competing. Somehow I end up with someone else's uniform, someone else's sparring gear, and I got some guys up there. We're doing foot movement before a round. I'm like, hold up, what are we? Oh, time out.
I did not mean to be here.
I was here to watch and have fun. Now I still had a ton of fun. That one I actually didn't win. I got double silver. Double silver in that one.
There you go.
So that one was fun. That was just a funny experience for me because, like I said, I literally went there. I was like, I'm not bringing anything because in my head I was like, man, I'm not going to bring my bag. I'm not going to put it in the truck because I'm not doing it, right? Like, well, here I am anyways. It doesn't even matter. And that one, I know for a fact, Mr. Powell was teaching me because I was wearing his sparring gear in one of those tournaments, at that tournament. And I was like, how did this just happen? How did this happen?
Now, going on break, how long were you on break for?
Man, I moved back to Louisiana, and I was on break from when I was 16. Competition break or just break from Taekwondo?
Just break from Taekwondo.
Ooh, probably like 25.
Okay.
16, 25. So a good 11 years, right?
Yeah.
Like it was a good break.
How was it, you know, being on break and then getting back into?
Kind of, it's different. Man, You think you know how to ride a bike, right? And you're like, you never forget how to ride a bike. You think. You think. But no, I forgot how to ride a bike, apparently. Man, I had to relearn everything. I had to really push myself to actually get back into it in the sense of what you don't realize how much training you've done and how, I'm not going to say good you got, but how much knowledge you've soaked in, how quickly it leaves your body if you don't use it, especially for 11 years, right? You know, it's just like, I come back and I'm like, all right, I know a high block and a low block, and I'm like, but wait, that's not either one. I just did it wrong. Like, you know, like, so I'm like, the words are there, the motion's there, but I got to like actually, like do it the right way, do it this way, you know. And you know, now we got the sine wave, and we got so I'm like, man, what is all this stuff? This is all new to me again. So it was different. It was a big learning curve because. When I came back, it was actually the first time I had ever not trained with my dad. Because my dad was still living in Texas. I was in Louisiana, so I was training with my mom. So I went there. I was training with her. We were teaching a school. So it was just a totally different
atmosphere,
right? You know, even though, you know, my mom learned from my dad, that everyone still teaches a little bit different, right? You know, so even similarities are still different. So it was just a big change for me, learning this and learning that. And then also at that time, coming back, I'd always taught with my dad. But this time I actually stepped in and I was teaching full classes by myself. So I had to learn how to properly
develop your own teaching style?
Yes, right? You know, so I didn't want to just be like, say exactly what my dad said, exactly what my mom said. Like, I need to say it my way and get my point across in my way. So it was a big change. I trained for about a year before I was finally comfortable enough to get back into like the teaching classes and actually being like, all right, we're good. I can answer all your questions you got, right? Like, not like, oh, hang on, let me pull out the phone.
Now, how was it? You know, because I think at the beginning, whenever I started teaching, I know JC, even Mitchell Smith, I don't know if you ever met him. When we all started teaching and having our own, Pal let us start to teach it ourselves. It was a bit of a learning curve trying to figure out how I wanted to teach, and be different than everyone else. How was that for you? Or like, what did you do to try to figure that out?
There's a learning curve, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of fails. I will not sit here and tell you there were some times those kids were like, what are we doing in class? And I was like, just scrap it. We're not, don't tell anyone we just did side kicks because those were all my bad. Those were bad. That was a bad drill. So it was a lot of, trial and error. I learned a lot just by trying things and being like, I think this would work. And then being like, okay, that didn't really work. And then there were some things I was like, dude, that was an awesome class. We're doing that again. Yeah. But no, I think really just kind of what I felt was the hardest thing was finding my voice and being like, you're going to listen to me? Yeah. Because in all the other time, my dad was in there or my mom was in there, right? So that's who they answer to, right? Yeah. Now they're answering to me. So it was really hard for me to kind of be like, I'm the center here and what I say goes. There's no like looking around like, hey, like, what are we doing? No, it was, hey, you make the final decision. What you're doing is what we're doing in class today. And if you say, this is right and this is wrong, this is right and this is wrong. Yeah. Exactly. There's nothing else about it. So I think that was actually my toughest, challenge, just kind of getting in there and just owning. Yeah, owning the space. Owning the space, just being like, hey guys, I'm here. I'm glad I'm here, and you know what? Y'all gonna love class today. So and then also with that too, it took me a minute. Taekwondo is serious, but it's also fun. And so it took me a minute to kind of balance that fun and serious, right? Sometimes I'd be like, man, that class was too fun. But and then sometimes like, oh, that class was too serious, right? Yeah. So, especially kids class, they want to have fun and be serious, but you can't, if you have all fun, they don't learn anything. No. And they start to mess around in class, and if you're too serious, they're like, I don't want to come back. Yeah, I don't want to come back. So that was... I think that was definitely my toughest challenge. Now, did that time period inspire you to open your school, or? Yes, no, okay. Yes. Yeah, that's a great question. From when I was little, I actually always wanted to open up a school. Okay. So, like, when I was probably 10, I told my dad, like, I'm going to open up a school one day. Yeah. And a lot of things happen between the here and there, right? Yeah. So then to even get the chance to open up a school again was something that I just couldn't pass up because it was literally a childhood dream of mine. I was like, I'm going to open up a school one day. Yeah. And then getting to get back in it, do it, and open up a school, that was just kind of like, wow, I actually did what 10-year-old me said I was going to do, Yeah. Not a ton of people get to say they do that, right? I mean, everyone wants to do something when they're 10. How many people actually end up doing it? Yeah. So that was just really something I couldn't pass up, something I'm glad I didn't pass up because I love it. It's just something that I enjoy doing every day. The cool thing is, too, in Argentina, you're able to trade your jacket with a Russian person. So, I mean, you got your school shirt somewhere floating around in Russia, right? Yeah. So it's funny you say that, man. I actually followed him on Facebook, I think it was, and he posted a picture with my logo. Yep. I was like, oh man, I'm in Russia, right? So I was like, dang. But that was cool. He I traded like 4 or 5 shirts for different things. So that's just cool. It is really cool. I actually haven't really thought about that till you said it, but having my stuff out there around the world, that's really cool. Now, what's been the most like rewarding part of owning a school? Is it the students, or like saying I've done it, or even just going and be able to compete? Man, I think it's a little bit of everything. Okay, yeah. Right. So the students, we'll start with them because they're a huge part of it, right? I've been able to say after Argentina, before Argentina I couldn't say this, but up now that I've been there, I can now say I've won a gold medal and I've taught a gold medalist. Yep. So there's just something, that's really cool. Layla went out there and she crushed it. Yeah. I mean, right? Like she came home with 2 golds and a silver. Yeah. Or 2 golds and a bronze. Something like that. Yeah, whatever. But she got 2 golds. But she got 2 golds there, right? So it's just like,
And it was in the sparring and patterns. So
yes.
I mean, the most important one.
So it's just crazy to be able to say that I did that. And now I say I did that, she did that.
Yeah.
But, that I was able to be part of her journey and coach her and teach her and get her into the ring, get her in there and just to go out there and do what she had to do to go win. So that all on its own is beyond rewarding.
Yeah.
And then that's just that one tournament. We go to Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
We bring way more people to that tournament, right?
Yeah.
You get to see them all light up when they win. They win anything, right? Bronze, silver, gold.
They run up to you like, wait, I did it.
Yes.
I did it. Yeah.
You take pictures. You got the little dragons that are just jumping for joy with the medal in their hand. That on its own is amazing. And then getting to say I actually did it. I actually opened a school.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it in words other than it's just a childhood dream. I don't know how to put any other words in that. So that itself is just amazing.
Yeah.
And then getting the opportunity to compete again.
Yes.
Something I didn't even know I missed.
Yeah.
Until
you got there?
Until I got there and I was like, I need this. I need this.
Yeah. Now coming from not competing, getting ready for Argentina, how was it, cutting weight, getting back into shape, learning all the pattern details in the ITF way?
Yeah, the ITF way. That's a good one right there. Man, that was a lot of reading a book and just being like, okay, next page, I do that wrong, I do that wrong, I do that wrong. Yep. Next page, that wrong, that wrong. Yep. Yeah, so that was a definite struggle for me, relearning everything the correct ITF way. Mm-hmm. But as tough as that was, getting in shape for the tournament, to me, and cutting weight was way harder.
Dude, y'all's workouts, man.
The workouts, they were tough. How'd you like the workout?
Dude, I went in, I did not eat. It was like the first time I went to your school. And, I was working out pretty consistently getting up to there. So I was like, all right, this will be a breeze, And I got there and I was like, should I eat before? And I was like, nah, it'll be fine. And then you start having us doing these sprints, sit-ups, everything. My body starts cramping up. I've never puked in a workout before. I'm puking. Yeah. I felt bad for the restaurant we went to afterwards. I wanted to apologize to the people about the bathroom. I was like, dude.
Those workouts were tough, man. They were tough. But it was something I had to do. Yeah. I just had to do it. I was 204 pounds and I had to get down to 160.
Yeah.
It doesn't just, no. As much as I wish I could be like, poof, hey, I'm here, guys. Yeah. I lost the weight. That was tough for me. It was really tough. So that was the hardest part for me. Yeah. It sounds like I'm about to blame my kids, but my kids want to, hey, let's get some ice cream. I want some Oreos. But am I supposed to say no? I can't eat it, so you can't eat it. And,
yeah. I'm
too weak. I go there, I'm like, let me have an Oreo.
Yeah, one won't kill me.
So one turns into 4 Oreos. Yeah. I'm like, oh no, now I got to run 10 more miles.
Those Oreos are dangerous. One turns into a whole bag pretty quick.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, so that was tough for me. Because I've never in my life, however, I've never had to cut weight or anything. Yeah. So this was my true first time. Yeah. Getting in shape.
Then having to maintain the weight
and
too.
Maintain it. Yes.
Now, getting to Argentina after you've already cut. Actually, what was the best type of cardio you did for your fighting? Do you think?
Best type of cardio. That's a good question. Honestly, there are 2 tough workouts that come back to me a lot. Mm-hmm. Take it back. 3 tough workouts. 3 tough. 2 of them were in this building. Yep.
I think I know one of them.
One of them was I don't even remember how, it felt like eternity that we were sparring and they just kept rotating new, fresh people in. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long we actually sparred, but I swear that was over 20 minutes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So that one was tough. And then the pad drill where you
hit the target.
Hit the target. Yep. That one got me good, especially if the target man was throwing signs, right? So, because you could make me work as much or as little as you really wanted to. Yeah. And I loved it. I hated it. Yeah. But I loved it when y'all were making me do a lot of extra work. Didn't at the time. I was like, put him down. Stop.
Give me a break.
I need 5 seconds. Let me breathe here. No.
You got Pal yelling at you. You didn't hit hard enough.
harder. I'm like, I can't. My legs don't go. I got a little noodle coming up. Yeah. It's like, that's full blast right there. That, and then actually Jason Wadley put me on a big bag workout. Okay. And you just do as many punches, kicks as you can in a minute. And then what I would do after that is I'd jump rope for a minute. Okay, yeah. And then I'd come back and I'd do it again for a minute. Mm-hmm. And then I'd jump rope for a minute. And then eventually it turned into 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then 3 minutes. Yeah. And then eventually I got up to 4 minutes. And at 4 minutes, man, I tell you what, even one round at 4 minutes, you're sitting there in your punches and your punches just kind of like, and you're trying to hit as hard as you can. I'm just like, slow motion, just kind of going to touch the bag.
I should get it up there.
Can I reach it at this point? You know?
Oh, man. How did it feel once you got down to that weight and you're like, it all paid off?
Man, I actually made weight like 2 weeks early. Okay, yeah. And honestly, it was amazing, and I was confused because I was like, "What do I do now?" Yeah. Like, I'm at weight. Mm-hmm. Like, I haven't had this freedom in like forever. Yeah. But also, you don't want to just go wild and gain your weight, you know. So it was just kind of this weird little limbo thing I did. It felt amazing to be like, I'm at weight. I'm gonna fly down here. I'm gonna get to kind of eat food before the tournament. I'm not gonna be like starving myself. Like, oh, I can't eat. I don't have to worry about everything. I got to eat. I got to drink. Drink plenty of water, and still go into weight and
eat that huge sandwich at that restaurant.
That was a big sandwich,
and that was half the sandwich apparently.
I'm talking about the full sandwich. That was crazy. That was crazy. He's like, "You want the full?" And I was like, "Do I want the full?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "All right, no, we're good." Actually, the first thing I had when I got there, I weighed so I went to a drugstore that they had there, and they had a scale that, you push the weights around on. And I got on the scale, and I was like, man, I'm like 2 pounds under. Yeah. I'm like, that's not right. So I was like, move them all around, like sit back on it, and push it back. I was like, oh, I'm still 2 pounds under. And I was like, hey, do you know how much you weigh? Yeah. And I was like, so I got my mom to stand on it. And she was like, no, that's about right. And I was like, oh.
There we go.
We had a steak after that. Man, I was like, man, I heard they got good steaks here. I went there and had a steak. And
hey, was it good?
Dude, it was actually really, really good. Dude, okay. The cook was perfected. Like, perfection cook on the cook himself was great, but the cook on the meat was perfect. It was. I got to watch them put in like a big big grill with the wood, like wood. Okay. And they put it in there, and it was so good. It was so good.
It sounds good.
Now I can get back just for that.
Okay. The food there was pretty good. It surprised me, the amount of Italian food, and then all the pastries.
Dude, hope you're ready for some more Italian.
I mean, I know for Italy, Italian is my favorite type of food. I may have to show up like a day before. I don't know if I can handle that temptation right there.
Might be sneaking out there. Hey, let me get a little bite real quick.
Oh, man. Okay. Now, competing, we talked about it a little bit. Was there like a time in which you're like, okay, I'm here now? Like,
honestly, the weigh-in for me was kind of like, because, up until that, you didn't make weight. Mm-hmm. What do you do? Like, you're not competing, right? Yeah. So weigh-in, it kind of started to lock in a little bit. But really, I didn't compete the first day, so I wasn't really. I'm not gonna say I wasn't locked in, but I wasn't like wasn't there. Yeah. Really, the day of. Mm-hmm. That's kind of hit me, especially when I walked in, and at that point, you're kind of looking around, you're like, oh, that's part of my division there. That's my division, we're kind of the same rank, same height, same build. Like, we're probably in the same thing. So you're kind of, looking around, you're like, starts to set in like, hey, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. So that was kind of when it really set in for me, was honestly about 2 or 3 hours before my round at my competition actually started. And I actually got pretty lucky. I know some of us had to wait a pretty long time. I got to go in pretty early. I think my round started at like 2. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I got in pretty early. And then actually in my division, I was pretty early in the callings too. So like I didn't have to wait for 20 people to fight before I got called up. I was probably like number 5 or so. So like 4 people sparred before me, and then I'm going in. So
I remember watching you. I thought you looked pretty good. Did you feel like your cardio carried through?
I think I had a big adrenaline dump.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it helped. Doing all those drills helped.
Yeah.
I still think I can be in better shape though.
Okay. Yeah.
I definitely think I can be in better shape. I don't think I was prepared for how fast I was going to have to move.
Yeah.
Right. So it's different, right? You know, you're thinking you're having to move fast, or you think you're moving fast.
Yeah.
But then when you get put in that ring, then you're
like, okay.
really moving fast. Like, here comes a kick and a punch, and you're like, oh, it's already here.
Oh, yeah,
like, I got to move.
Yeah.
So that was coming into Italy. I'm going to really focus on even more cardio than I already did, and really focus on just my movement. My movement's got to get better.
That was going to be my next question, was for Italy. Well, what are you going to be doing different for Italy?
Cardio.
Cardio?
Okay. For sure, cardio. And honestly, I'd like to get more with you and you know, our team and try to, for me personally, I know I need to spar more.
Yeah.
Just getting in the ring, and really focusing on movement, you know, what do I do for this? What do I do for that? Get myself in those situations. I think now that we've all been there, I think we can prep each other better too.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I know you can be like, hey, I need to work on this from last time, and I've seen how they do it, and now I can replicate. Yeah. Hey, he wants it to look like this. Let me do this for him. Yeah. Because before we were kind of all just like,
we're getting told what's going to happen, but you can't replicate it.
You can't replicate it. And now we can really prep ourselves, or prep each other to get ready for the next round.
I mean, I was sparring my last guest on here, David, and he's never been able to, you know, he didn't go to Argentina, but I can at least spar like the Argentinian now to try and help him. So, I mean, for people who are trying to join us for Italy this time who haven't gone, that's another, you know.
I mean, I feel like we were prepared as much as we could be. Yeah. And this year, I feel like we're even more prepared. Yeah. Right? You know, like having the knowledge we have now, you know, and being in the ring, the little bit of experience that we got, you know, I know I'm not going to sit here and say we're the most experienced people in the world, but we got some experience in the ring. We got, you know, a lot of us got multiple rounds in the ring. Yep. So, I mean, that helps. That helps a lot. And, you know, be able to help these new guys that haven't been able to go. Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, like, how cool would it have been if I was able to, before we went, be like, all right, this is how they're going to spar, and I'm going to act just like them. Yeah. And then when you got there, it wouldn't have been like for me personally, it was kind of like a change. I had to like take a first 30 seconds to be like, move a little bit, learn. You know.
Learn on the fly a little bit.
This comes after this, so let me watch out for that, you know, like that punch didn't feel very good. Don't get hit by that one again, you know? So now I think we can really help each other get ready for the next part.
Well, you know, I think we're going to do great in Italy. Thank you for coming on the podcast. I will, if you're in the Benton, Shreveport, where are you? I'm from
Halton, but Bossier, Benton, we're all like.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll put your school's Instagram in the description.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.